Yips, mic on है. So hello everyone, I am Rakesh Nath. This is the fourth session of our CSAT support prelim support program. So as we are going from the last three sessions, we will do exactly the same thing that we are doing. We will discuss all the probable questions that can be asked in the 2024 question paper or that have been asked in the last 5 to 10 years. And my approach here will be exactly the same. I want to discuss not only the question, the background concept of the questions also. How we can solve the question, how we have to approach these kind of questions, and if there is some kind of shortcut or some kind of trick that can be used in the actual question paper examination hall, this environment, right? So this is our next question. So this question is saying, let x be a positive integer such that 7x plus 96 is divisible by x, then how many values of x are possible? The question is very simple. It's saying we have an unknown integer x and there is another number 96 plus 7x, and this number 96 plus 7x, this is a multiple of x. Then we need to find how many such possible values of x are there. It means if we divide by this thing, so the remainder is 0. When we divide 7x plus 96 by x, the remainder is 0 over there. It means 7 plus 96 by x, right? Because x cut gaya, so simplifying this thing, we will get this thing. It means this 96 should be a multiple of x. 96 should be a multiple of x, right? So then we need to find, this is the thing, then we can see that this x jo hai, this will be a x will be a factor of this thing. So it means then 96 should be a multiple of x. Then we need to find number of factors of 96. This is the question. ये क्वेश्चन था हमारे पास कि 7x plus 96 का जो है, that should, the remainder should be 0 when it is divided by x. It means x should perfectly divide this thing. So 7x तो जो है is perfect, जो है it's a multiple of x. Then we have concluded that for this complete thing to be a multiple of x, 96 should be a multiple of x. So as 96 will be a multiple of x, this means x should be जो है factor of 96. So here all number of possible values of x we need to find. How many different possible x are there? So it means we need to find the number of factors of 96. So 96 को the prime factorization में we can write as 2 raised power 5 into 3. This is the prime factorization of 96. So simplifying this thing we can get कि अगर हमने इसको simplify किया, and we need to find number of factors of 96. Number of factors will be first to 1, फिर 2, फिर 2 raised power 2, 2 raised power 3, 2 raised power 4, 2 raised power 5. And other factors can be 3, 2 into 3, 2 raised power 2 into 3, 2 raised power 3 into 3, 2 raised power 4 into 3, and 2 raised power 5 into 3. Right? So there are total of 6 ये हो गए, 6 ये हो गए. So there are total of 12 such possible factors of 96. So it means the number of values of x is 12. So here the answer is option number C, 12. This is the next question. It is saying, this is a simple question. It's a very, very simple question. It's saying we have 2 raised power 40, 3 raised power 21, 4 raised power 18, and 8 raised power 12. 4 numbers are being provided to us, and we need to find which is the smallest of these 4 numbers. So it's a very simple thing. We know that this all can be converted into base of 2. So इसको तो directly we can write 2 raised power 40, तो ऐसे दे रखा है. Let's ignore this thing for a while. And 4 raised power 18 को we can write as 2 raised power 2. 4 को we can write as 2 का square raised power 18. Since 4 is 2 का square. And similarly 8 is cube of 2. And 8 को we can write as cube of 2 into raised power of 12. So this is 2 raised power 36 and this is 2 raised power 36. And this is 2 raised power 40. And this is 3 raised power 21. Right? So clearly, very, very clearly we can say that this 3 raised power, मतलब ये 2 raised power 36 जो है, we need to find the smallest one. 2 raised power 36 is smaller than 2 raised power 40. So then we have to compare this, दोनों ही same है ये, तो then we have to compare between 2 raised power 36 and 3 raised power 21. Which is the smaller one of these? Obviously, this is the larger one. This is larger than this thing, so eliminating this thing, we need to compare between 2 raised power 36 and 3 raised power 21, right? So obviously, since यहाँ पे जो power है, this is 36 and यहाँ पे 21 है, and यहाँ पे जो factor of the difference of the base is only of 1. This is 2 and this is 3. Since the power of 2 raised power 36 is so large, so very clearly we can say that this 2 raised power 36 is greater than 3 raised power 21. So here the answer will be option number B. So next question is, how many 3 digits natural numbers without repetition of digits? So be very careful with these things. Without repetition, it is asking us, are there such that each digit is odd and the number is divisible by 5? एक तो 3 digit number we have to find without repetition of digit, and the other thing is कि each digit of the number should be odd. Odd digits are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. यही 5 digits we have to use forming this 3 digit number to form this 3 digit number, and this should be divisible by 5. Divisibility rule of 5 says the last digit, the unit digit, the rightmost digit should be either 5 or 0. Simple है. Divisibility rule of 5 says the last digit should be either 5 or 0. Since all the digits should be odd, so यहाँ पे 0 cannot be there. So last digit is 5. Now we have remaining with 4 possible digits, 1, 3, 7 and 9. Since इसमें non-repetition is given, so now we have to fill these 2 places with this 4 possible with this 4 possible digits. So here any one of these 4 can be there. So there are 4 ways to fill this place, and this 10th place can be filled in 3 ways. Because if any one of these 4 has been occupied, then we are left with 3 digits of these 4 digits. Or this 10th place can be filled with any one of these 3 digits. So total ways are number of ways of filling 100th position multiplied by number of ways of filling 10th position into number of ways of filling 1st position. Right, and इसमें and आएगा because every single possibility of selecting this one digit and every single possibility of selecting this other digit, the number of the total number of numbers that will be formed, that will be always be unique. So that's why इसके बीच में and आएगा. So total number of ways of filling this 100th position is 4, and total number of ways of filling this 10th position is 3, and obviously इसमें only 5 can be there. A single digit 5 is possible only there. So total number of ways of filling this 1's position is 1. So total possible ways is 12. So answer is option number B, 12. There are 12 such possible ways. Right? So then this is the next question. The question is saying, is x an integer? And 2 statements is given to us. X by 3 is not an integer and 3x is an integer. So we need to find whether x is an integer or not. Right? X by 3 is not an integer and 3x is an integer. ये चीज हमको दे रखा है. And then we need to find whether using these 2 statements can we conclude whether x is an integer or x is not an integer. So first it is saying कि x by 3 is not an integer. That means if we can do this by number system also and we can do it by common sense also. पहले इसको common sense में करते हैं. If these kind of questions are asked in the question paper in actual examination environment, how we can solve these kind of question by using common sense. The statement 1 is saying x by 3 is not an integer. ये जो है integer नहीं है, तो x को हम imagine कर लेते हैं. It can be 4 and it can be 4.5. Both are possible here, right? क्योंकि 4 by 3 is not an integer, so this will satisfy this thing, and 4.5 by 3 is also not an integer, so this will also satisfy this thing, and 3x is an integer. So 4 into 3 जो है, this is an integer, and 4.5 into 3, this is not an integer. So my 4 will satisfying both this equation, and 4 जो है it is integer. बट इसमें हम बोल सकते हैं कि इसकी जगह हम ले लेते हैं 4/3. तो इट्स सेइंग कि x/3 इज नॉट एन इंटीजर, तो 4/3 x इज इक्वल टू 4/3, तो x/3 इज इक्वल टू 4/3/3, that is 4/9, and clearly 4/9 is not an integer, so statement 1 is still valid. And second is saying 3x is an integer. 3x here will be 4/3 into 3, that is 4, and clearly this is an integer. So it means 4/3 is also satisfying both this thing, but 4/3 is not an integer. So by common sense we know कि this, by common sense what we have derived is for x is equal to 3, sorry, for x is equal to 4, both these statements are valid, and x is equal to 4 is an integer, and for x is equal to 4/3, again for another such sample space x is equal to 4/3, both the statements are again valid, but x/3 is not an integer. So we are getting an example where both the statements are satisfied and x is an integer, and we are getting another example where both the statements are being satisfied and this is not an integer. So clearly using even both the statements we cannot conclusively say whether x will be an integer or x will not be an integer. Both statement and statement 2 are not sufficient to answer this question. So option number D is correct. Right, so this is the next question. So this question is saying A has some coins, he gave half of the coin and 2 more to B. B gave half of the coin and 2 more to C. C gave half of the coin and 2 more to D. The number of coins D has now is the smallest 2-digit numbers. How many coins does A have in the beginning? Simple question, a very, very simple basic question of this number system. So it is saying A has some coins and A is giving half of the coins plus 2 more to B, and similarly B is also giving half of the coin plus 2 more to C, and C then again giving half of the coin plus 2 more to D. And the number of coin that D is having is the smallest 2-digit number, that is 10. 10 is the smallest 2-digit number. Then we need to find how many coin does A is having in the beginning. So ये क्या कह रहा है कि D has 10 coins and let हमें find करना है A के कितने हैं. So let A has x coins, right? Let A has x coin. तो हमको पता चला तो B को जो coin मिलेंगे वो होंगे x/2 plus 2. Gives half of the coin plus 2 to B, and then B will also giving, this is the number of coin that B is having, then half of this thing plus 2, this is the coin, the C will be given, C will be taking by from B, half of this coin plus 2, right? And then D के लिए exactly the same, half of this thing plus 2. This is the coin that D is having, and we know the number of coin that D is having is 10, smallest 2-digit natural number. Ab solving this equation, but now we have to solve this equation to get the value of x, and x is the number of coin that A actually in having, and just वही हमको find करना है इसमें. So this thing is x/2 plus 2 by 2 plus 2 by 2 plus 2, this is 10. So this is x plus 4 upon 4 plus 2 upon 2 is equal to 8. X plus 4 upon 4 plus 2 upon 2, that is x plus 12 upon 8 is equal to 8. X is equal to 8/8 minus 12, that is 52. So x is coming out to be 52. That means number of coin that A is having is 52. So here option number D is correct, 52, right? This is the next question. This is a question of this profit and gain and everything. This is also a very simple question. It is saying a person allows a 10% discount for each payment from the marked price of a toy, and still he makes a 10% gain. What is the cost price of the toy which is marked at 770 rupees? So इसमें a new jargon has been put in. कहाँ गया ये thing, marked price. एक ही नई चीज दे रखी है, marked price. तो प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस में व्हाट इज देयर, एक तो कॉस्ट प्राइस इज देयर, एक है सेलिंग प्राइस, एंड इन्होंने एक और दे रखा है मार्क्ड प्राइस. एंड देन दे आर सेइंग कि देयर इज अ प्रॉफिट, इस पे प्रॉफिट लिया है उसने a profit of 10% is there, and we need to find what is the cost price of this commodity. The question is very simple. The question is saying there is some another jagran, another word, mark price, and 10% of this mark price, मतलब 10% reduction कर रहे हैं इसमें. So we have to reduce 10%, मतलब we have to provide this 10% discount on this mark price, and that is the selling price. Selling price is 90% of marked price. We have to give a discount of 10% on the mark price, and that is the selling price. And then he is saying, still selling at this amount, still he is making a profit of 10%. And we know the mark price is 770 rupees, and he is asking us ki what is the cost price. So let the cost price is X, and we need to find what is the cost price of this commodity. So question is very simple. So let the selling price जो है, let क्या, the selling price will be 90% of this marked price. 90% of this mark price, it means 90 upon 100, and mark price given to us is 770. So this is the selling price, and this is coming out to be this thing. So this कुछ गलत हुआ है, this thing. So rupees 693, this is the selling price. This is the price at which the person is selling the commodity, and still he is making a profit of 10%. Now we need to find the cost price, and profit percent का formula is selling price minus cost price upon cost price into 100. This is the formula for profit percent, and we know profit percent is 10% and cost price is X and selling price is 693. We need to find the value of X. यही हमको निकालना है. What is the cost price? So directly just putting this value in the formula, we will get 10% is equal to 693 minus X upon X into 100. 1 by 10 is equal to 693 minus X upon X. X is equal to 693 minus X into 10. X is equal to 693 into 10. X is equal to 630. So the X is coming out to be 630. It means the cost price of the commodity is 630 rupees. Option number C is correct over here. So this is the next question. The question is saying Gopal bought a cell phone and sold it to Ram at 10% profit. Then Ram wanted to sell it back to Gopal at 10% loss. What will be the Gopal's position if he agreed? Simple सा question है. He is saying कि there is a person Gopal and he is selling a phone to this Ram at 10% profit. He is selling a phone to Ram at 10% profit, and then Ram is again selling back this phone to Gopal. Ram is again selling back to phone to Gopal at 10% loss. If this Gopal accepted this thing compared to what he had bought it initially and what he is getting it now, so we have to compare these two prices, and we need to find whether now Gopal is standing at a profit or Gopal is standing at a loss. So in this kind of question where no absolute value is given to us, इसमें percent दे रखा है बस कि पहले 10% profit is there, then 10% loss is there. If no absolute value has been provided to us, so what we need to do over here is कि we have to, अब इसको किस तरह हम present करें, इसको बोल सकते हैं कि when no absolute value is provided to us, you can take anything as the absolute value, कुछ भी ले सकते हैं हम. And इसमें we will take rupees 100. To make it simple, we can take rupees 100. You can take anything as you want. You can take it X also. If you want, you can take the initial price of this cell phone to be X also. So for simplification of a solution, we are taking let initial cost of cell phone is rupees 100. Initial cost of the cell phone let rupees be 100. Then Gopal का इसका यहाँ पे दोबारा लिख लेते हैं. Gopal का had bought this thing for 100 rupees and then he is selling it to Ram at a profit of 10%. At a profit of 10%, मतलब 100 plus 10% of this 100. This is the profit that he is making. So this will be coming out to be 100 plus 10. 110 रुपए. Now Ram has to bought the product that Gopal has bought for 100 rupees at 110 rupees, at 110 rupees. Now Ram is buying this cell phone from this Gopal at 110 rupees. Now this Ram is selling it back to Gopal at 10% loss. At 10% loss, he is selling it back to Gopal. 10% loss in the sense 110 रुपए का he is selling at 10% loss, minus 10% of this thing, minus 10% of 110. This is this thing minus 11. This is 99. So finally he is selling the same cell phone that Gopal has bought for 100 rupees. Now this Ram is selling the product at 99 rupees. Now the position of Gopal over here is initially he had bought this cell phone for 100 rupees and finally he is getting the same cell phone for 99 rupees. 99 rupees का मिल रहा है. So he is getting a benefit. 100 rupees की commodity he is getting it for 99 rupees. So he is getting it for cheaper rate. So he is getting a benefit. He is getting a gain of 1%. 1 rupees का benefit he is getting. 1 rupees out of 100 rupees is 1%. So he is getting it at a gain of 1%. Right? So option number C is right over here. So this is the next question. Mohan had money to buy 8 mobile phones handset for a specific company, but the retailer offered a very good discount on that particular handset. Mohan buy 10 headset with the amount he had. What is the discount the retailer had offered? Right? इसमें भी since though absolute value has been given, you can take anything as the absolute value. You can take even x also over here. Whenever the absolute value is not given to us, a percent में या फिर इस तरह से the things are being discussed. So they are saying this Mohan has had to buy this 8 mobile phone for a specific company. He has some specific amount. वही हमने कहा हम उसको x कुछ भी ले सकते हैं. Let initial amount be x that Mohan is having. Initial amount of x rupees है that Mohan के पास है. And in this x rupees he can buy 8 mobile headset for a specific company, but the discount this retailer, the shopkeeper, has provided a very good discount to this person, by which in the same x rupees he can buy 10 mobile set instead of 8 mobile sets. We need to find what is the discount that retailer is offering. So for simplification, not using x, we have using it amount of rupees 80. 80 हमने इसलिए ले लिया क्योंकि हमने 8 और 10 हमको पता है, ये 8 and 10 हमको पता है. So we are taking an LCM of this thing. You can take anything that you want. 100 लेना 100 लीजिए. You can take 1, 10, 15. You can take even x. You will get exactly the same answer using anything that you want. If there is no initial value that is provided to us, exactly the same way that we have given in, that we have done in the last question. So let हमने imagine करना है कि initial cost is rupees 80. Initial amount that Mohan is having, clearly लिख लेते हैं. That Mohan is having. Initial amount that Mohan is having is rupees 80. अब उसने बोला है कि when sold at normal price without any discount, he can buy 8 cell phones in rupees 80. It means per cell phone cost is equal to rupees 80 by 8, that is rupees 10. But when sold at discount, he can buy 8 cell phones. When sold at discount, he can buy 8 cell phone. It means per cell phone cost that is coming is 80 by 10, that is rupees 8. Without discount, the cost of cell phone is coming out to be rupees 10, and with discount, the cost of cell phone is coming out to be rupees 8. We can take anything instead of 80. We can take anything. This is a imaginary thing, but the proportion will always remain the same. And here we just need to find this the ratios, the proportion, the percentage. That's why there will be no effect in the answer. If you want, you can take here 100, you can take here 10, you can take here 1 lakh, you can take here x also. The answer will always remain the same. So when we have imagined ki initially, let us imagine the Mohan is having rupees 80. So with this rupees 80, we are saying ki without discount he can buy 8 cell phone, and with discount he can buy 10 cell phones. So when he is buying 8 cell phones, per cost of the per head cell phone is costing rupees 10, and when he is buying this 10 cell phone, the per cost of cell phone is rupees 8. So here we need to find the discount. So discount होगा इसका reduced मतलब actual price minus reduced price upon actual price into 100. This is the discount percentage. We need to find how much discount is being provided to us, and actual is 10, reduced is 8, and actual is 10 into 100. This is 2 by 10 into 100, 20%. So it means if a commodity is of rupees 10 and he is getting it for rupees 8, so he is getting a discount of 20%, right? This is the next question. How many times the hour and the minute hands of a clock coincide in a day? Very interesting question. This is an interesting question, and be very careful with these kind of questions. He is saying how many times an hour and a minute hand of a clock coincide in a day. It's a very what we can say a tempting thing. It's a very temptuous thing to tick here the option number 824. सबको लगेगा in every hour होता क्या in a clock? Clock तो सबने देखी होगी. This is a clock, and imagine कि we are at this 1 o'clock, and we are at 1 o'clock. So in 1 hour what will happen? This hour hand, ये जो घंटे वाली सुई है, this hour hand will move from this 1 to 2. ऐसे हो जाएगा. And this minute hand will complete one complete revolution, and it will come in back at this 12. It start from 12 and it come in again back to 12. So it means 12 से 12 में आ गया. So it means the minute and hour hand will cross exactly one time in 1 hour, and there a total of 24 hours. So it means everyone will be used to be thinking कि 24 hours हो गए, and every hour the hour and the minute hand will coincide one unique time. So there will be 24 such incident where this hour hand and minute hand will intersect each other. But this is not the thing. This is not correct. इसमें एक बड़ा interesting सा catch है. So everything is good from this 1 to 11. So let's imagine now we are this 11 PM पे. After this 11 PM, what will happen? 11 से हम 12 पे गए. So this minute hand will move this thing, और ये बिल्कुल 12 तक आ गया, और accordingly this thing hour hand भी 12 पर आ गया. यहाँ पे hour hand है और यहाँ पे minute hand है. From 11 to 12, अभी हम 11 PM पे थे, तो 12 PM पे गए. तो यहाँ पे एक बार इंटरसेक्शन हुआ, वन इंटरसेक्शन. अब 12 to 1 में जाएंगे, then this hour hand will be here. Hour hand will move slowly from 12 to 1, and this minute hand will move fast compared to this hour hand, and this will again complete a complete revolution, and there will be no intersection. There will be no intersection. होगा क्या कि this hour hand will move slowly, and this minute hand will overtake just after this 12, just after this midnight 12, this minute hand will move fast compared to this hour hand, and this will overtake this hour hand, and there will be no intersection from 12 to 1. From 12 AM, 12 AM to 1 AM, no intersection. There is no intersection. अब then we will at 1 AM पे आ गए, 1 बज चुका है. After this 1 AM, फिर से normal thing will be there. So after 1 AM 2 पे आएंगे 1 intersection, 2 से 3 में आएंगे then 1 intersection. So I am saying from 11 to 1, between 11 to 1 in these 2 hours, there is only 1 intersection. From 11 to 1 there is only 1 intersection, and in other thing there will be always be 2 intersections. So between 11 and 1 there is always and always only just 1 intersection. So it means in 10 hours there will be 10 intersection. In 12 hour time, in 10 hours 10 intersection. From यहाँ से लेके from 1 से लेके 11 तक there will be 10 intersection, and between 11 to 1 देयर विल बी 1 इंटरसेक्शन, एक कम हो गया यहाँ पे, 11 to 1 was 12 in 2 hours, so in 2 hours there should be 2 intersection, but यहाँ पर एक ही हो रहा है due to this symmetry. So what will happen is कि एक intersection कम हो गया in this 12 hour duration. So in total 12 hours duration there are 11 intersections. There are 11 intersections. So in one day, 24 hours, there are 22 intersections. There are 22 intersections. So option number D is correct over here. Right? So this is the next question. A watch loses 2 minutes every 24 hours while other watch gain 2 minutes in every 24 hours. In a particular instant, two watches showing identical same time. What of the following statement is correct if a 24-hour clock is followed? Achha, if a 24-hour clock is followed, the two watches show identical same time again in completion after completion of 30 days. The two watches show identical time after completion of 90 days. The two watches shows identical time in completion of 120 days. So question is very simple. Don't get confused or don't get boggled down with the magnicity of with this amplitude of the question. The question is very simple. The question is saying if we have a 24-hour clock. This is not a 12-hour clock. This is a 24-hour clock. 24-hour clock ऐसी होती है. One complete circle, in one complete revolution of this clock, there will be 24 hours. In normal clock there are 12 hours. In this clock में 24 hours will be there. So this is 12. ये 24 हो जाएगा then. ये 12 हो जाएगा. This will be 6 and this will be 18. So this is how a 24-hour clock will look like. This is how a 24-hour clock will look like. अब इसमें हमें बोला गया कि in every day, in every this complete 24 hours, there is a one clock that is losing 2 minutes and there is another clock that is gaining 2 minutes. इस तरह हो रहा है. तो इसको ऐसे समझते हैं. यहाँ पे एक और क्लॉक बना लेते हैं. This is 24, 6, 12, 18. So now we are saying in completion of one complete day, in completion of this complete 24 hours, one of the clock is gaining 2 minutes. One of the clock is gaining 2 minutes. It means कि rather than standing, मतलब ये जो है एक 20, जैसे imagine करते हैं कि both of them started exactly at this 24 hours. Both of them started, मतलब both of them were exactly at the same position when both of them were at this, ये complete 12 बज गए थे रात के. At this 24 पे this thing, the arm of the clock is there. Then उसके बाद एक complete revolution के बाद, in this one complete revolution, this clock will be showing the time of after one day. The first clock will be showing a time of 0002 minutes, मतलब 0002, right? And after the end of second day, it will be showing after 2 days, it will be showing 00.04. ये 2 minute fast है, so it will gain 2 minutes every day. So eventually थोड़े दिनों बाद होता क्या रहेगा कि it will be showing 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. When exactly 12 noon will be there, exactly at the 12 midnight, जब रात के 12 बज चुके होंगे, then this clock will be showing 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, because this clock is gaining 2 minutes every day. And this clock, after one day, exactly at this 12, रात के 12 बजे, exactly when 24 hour has been passed out, this will be losing 2 minutes. So it will be showing 11:58. It will be showing कि there is 2 minutes to 12. अभी 2 मिनट बचे हैं आधी रात होने में, because this is slow, 2 minutes slow. फिर after 2 days, this will be showing 11:56, right? Then after 3 days, it will be showing 11:54. मतलब इस तरह over the period of time when days will pass by, this will be मतलब slowing down in time. कुछ दिनों बाद होगा क्या? This will be showing कि 18. अभी शाम ही हुई है. When this complete 12 noon had been there, it will be, मतलब there will be possibility after some days it will be losing 2 to 3 days, 2 to 3 hours. So when it will be losing 2 to 3 hours, so it will be showing कि अभी शाम की 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, this is the time. So this over the period of time, this clock will be going in this direction and this clock will be going in this direction. So they will be meeting exactly at this thing. After some specific days, both of the clock exactly at the 12 noon, they will be showing this 12. They will be showing in afternoon 12 is there, when in actuality they will be at exactly the midnight, right? This is the closest they will be getting meeting. मतलब because होगा क्या कि every day they will be this clock will be moving in this direction and this clock will be moving in this direction. Exactly at 12 they will be meeting, right? So taking any one clock, so we need to find how many amount of days will be passed by when this clock is moved ahead this much amount of time. This is complete 12 hours. So we need to find number of days. यही हमसे पूछा है. When clock has gained 12 hours. Number of days when the clock has gained complete this 12 hours. और 12 hours gain करने के लिए इसमें बोला है कि हर दिन for every 24 hours he is getting 2 minutes. 12 hours का मतलब 12 into 60 minutes and per day the gaining is of 2 minutes. So days will be बहुत सिंपल सा एल्गोरिथम वो हो गया. इसमें एनालॉजी इज देयर, दिस थिंग, इतना डेज विल बी देयर एंड दिस इज कमिंग आउट टू बी 360 days. So it is taking a total of 360 days. 360 days लग जाएंगे इसको completely to till the time कि it will be gaining complete 12 hours and it will be losing 12 hours. So exactly at the midnight both will be showing afternoon 12 noon, and this will be the first time when both the clocks will be showing exactly the same time, right? So is there option number D is correct, because the complete days is coming out to be 360 and the days that they are being providing is 30, 90 and 120. So इसमें option number D is correct. So this is the next question. A certain sum of money is in 3 years become thrice on compound interest. How many years it will turn 9 times? So this is a question of compound interest. The question is saying a certain sum of money in 3 years. 3 years में the sum of money has become thrice compound interest में. How many years will it be become 9 times? So formula for compound interest is the final amount is this thing. And here we have been provided the principal is P, let us imagine, and the total amount, the total return that is getting is 3P, and the time that it is taking for this thing is 3 years. In 3 years the total amount, the return of the total amount is thrice, 3 गुना पैसा उसको वापस हो रहा है. So putting these things in the formula we will get, यहीं पे डाल के देख लेते हैं. A की जगह 3P 1 plus R by 100 into 3 is 3. It means 3 is equal to 1 plus R by 100 raised power 3. This is the formula. This is the thing that we know. Now we need to find T when A is 9P. We need to find the time when this principal amount is getting 9 times. So exactly putting this value in this formula again, A की जगह 9P डाल दिया. Cancelling P to P, 9 is 1 plus R by 100 raised power T, and we know 3 is this thing, so 9 को भी हम लिख सकते हैं 3 का square, and this is 1 plus R by 100 raised power T, and 3 को we can write is this thing 1 plus R by 100 raised power 3, and this complete का raised power 2, that is 1 plus R by 100 raised power T. And this thing we can write as 1 plus R by 100 raised power 6. So it means comparing the power, since the base is exactly the same, here the base is 1 plus R by 100, and here also the base is 1 plus R by 100. Since the base is same, A raised power n is equal to A raised power m, and since the base is same, we can write n is equal to m. Right? So comparing the powers, we get T is equal to 6. That means it will take a complete of 6 years. 6 years time, so that the principal amount is getting 9 times. This is the question of compound interest. So this is the next question. This question is saying a person brought a refrigerator worth of rupees 22,800 with 12.5 interest rate compound yearly. At the end of the first year he paid rupees itna, and at the end of the second year he paid rupees itna. How much will he paid at the end of the third year to clear all his debt? This is the question. The question is saying the total amount of this refrigerator is this much, 22,800 with a compound interest of 12.5% annually. It is compounding annually. And at the end of the first year he has paid itna amount, and at the end of the second year he has paid itna amount, and he has to, we need to find how much amount of debt he has to pay in the third year to completely get free of this debt. And be very careful, this is a tricky question. इसमें हुआ क्या है? What is the trickiness in the question? The question is saying that there is a loan in the compound interest at 12.5 interest rate that is compounding annually, but every year he is paying something. Every year he is repaying a part of his debt, so we cannot just directly use the formula this thing. The final amount that he has to pay 12.5 upon 100 raised power 3. This we cannot use. Since every year he is repaying something. So this principal amount is changing every year. So we have to calculate this debt. We have to adjust the payment that he is making every year. ये सब हमको every year compound calculate करके we have to adjust with this thing. तो करना कैसे है? After the end of first year, the total debt that he has, total debt क्या हो जाएगा after the end of first year? Simple सा है वो तो, the 12.5 interest rate है and this is compounding annually. So just 12.5 interest, but the 12.5% is increased. There is increase of this 12.5% on this thing. That will be the debt that he has to pay on the end of first year. After end of first year, जो इसकी डेट होगी that will be 22,800. 12.5 upon 100 raised to the power 1. It means this 12.5% interest rate has been charged for this 1 year. और मतलब वही सिंपल सी बात हो गई कि 12.5% जो है इंटरेस्ट, 12.5% गेन इज देयर ऑन दिस प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट एंड दैट इज द टोटल डेट दैट ही हैज टू पे एट द एंड ऑफ फर्स्ट ईयर. राइट, ये सिंपल सी चीज हो गई. कैलकुलेटिंग दिस थिंग ये आ जाएगा आप लोगों का 1 + 1/8 22,800 into 9/8 ये आ गया. And this is coming out to be, if you calculate this thing, this is 25,650. So it means after the end of first year, if interest of 12.5% is laid on this 22,800, so the total liability that the person is having is 25,650. But he has paying something, so we have to adjust this payment with this thing. So बस सीधा माइनस कर देंगे, इतना was his complete liability and he is paying this much amount of money. So it means adjusted liability after end of first year is equal to total liability minus this amount जो इसने पे कर लिया 8650 and this is coming out to be 17,000. Right, so 17,000 is the adjusted final liability that this person is having after the end of first year. After the end of first year, this is the total liability. Then फिर again same thing करेंगे. This is the final liability, this is the principal now, and in this principal अब annually 12.5 interest rate will be charged. Here the question is थोड़ा tricky हो गया. Direct formula we cannot use to over here because after end of every year he is repaying something back. So the total जो इसका principal है that is getting changed every year. So first year के बाद the principal is this much. Now on this amount, this 12.5 interest rate will be charged. So after the end of second year, after the end of second year, debt will be 17,000. This is the debt and this is ये हो गया. This is coming out to be this much. This is the total liability that this person is having after the end of second year. ये total liability है और इसमें से this is paying this much. So adjusted liability after second year, adjusted liability after second year is 10,000. 10,000 is the adjusted liability that the person is having after the end of second year. अब हमको पूछा गया है कि there is another year, third year, एक और साल है उसमें, and the total principal now is this adjusted liability 10,000 rupees. Now on this 10,000 rupees, now the question is asking how much is the final debt. इसको मैं इस साइड लिखता हूँ. After third year, final 3 साल के बाद, after 3 years, total debt जो होगा आफ्टर 3 years, दैट विल बी 10,000 और इसका 12.5%, एंड दिस इज कमिंग 9/8, and this is 11,125, right? So finally, after the end of 3 years, this is the final liability this person is having, 11,250 rupees, right? This is the final liability of the person. So इसमें option number D is correct. This is the next question. This question is asking, if XYZ be a 3-digit number where X plus Y plus Z is not a multiple of 3, then X plus Y is not divisible by. So in these kind of question, मैंने पहले भी बताया था, if any question is there where the play with the digits of the number is there, here we don't know the digits of the number and there is a play with these digits of the number, always expand the digits. Expand in the sense X, Y, Z in expanded form we can write as 100 into X plus 10 into Y plus Z. This is the expanded form and you have to solve the question using this thing. In expanded form, now we have to solve the question. Now and other thing that we know is X plus Y plus Z जो है, that will be a number and this number is not multiple of 3. This means multiplicity of 3 is very simple. It is saying each digit, the sum of the number of each digit should not be a multiple of 3. It means this sum is not multiple of 3. Right? अब solve करने का वही simple सा तरीका है. We just have to expand this thing now. Then उसके बाद we will see what can we get from there. XYZ plus YZX plus ZXY. XYZ को can be written as this thing and ZXY को we can write as this thing. Now adding everything, ये हो गया 1x, taking x common, this is 100x, this is x and this is 10x. So this is 111x plus 111y plus 111z. So it will be 111x plus y plus z. So this is the thing that we are getting after resolving this number in this numerical form. This is exactly the same thing. This complete thing will also represent one number and this complete thing will also represent one number, where this x, y, z are single digit variables. In the place of x they can be anything between 0 to 9, y के place में भी they can be anything between 0 to 9, and in place of z they can be anything between 0 to 9. So this will complete this expression, represent a number. Now we need to find whether this is divisible by something or not. So very clearly we can say कि यहाँ पे this is 111 into something and 111 जो है, this is a multiple of 3. 111 is a multiple of 3 because the sum of the digits 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3, and this is the divisibility rule of 3. If the sum of the digits of the number is multiple of 3, then the complete number is multiple of 3. So since 111 is a multiple of 3 and multiplying the multiple of 3 with any number, the complete product will also be a multiple of 3. So clearly 3 तो इसमें आंसर नहीं हो सकता because this thing is a divisible, this number is divisible by 3, and x plus y plus z, ये x plus y plus z, so clearly x plus y plus z से भी divisible हो जाएगा. And 37, ये थोड़ा सा catch है. So 37 into 3 is 111. So this 111 is also a multiple of 37. It means 37 perfectly divide this thing. So 37 will obviously perfectly divide this complete product also. एक factor को divide करे तो complete को भी divide कर लेगा वो. So 37 is also not the answer. So here option number B is correct. और इसको ऐसे भी देख सकते हैं कि 111 को we can write as in prime factorization this can be write as this thing, ये हो गया in the prime factorization, and यहाँ पे this is a there is a factor of 3, यहाँ पे there is no factor of 3, and यहाँ पे there is no factor of 3 because x plus y plus z is not a multiple of 3. So in this complete prime factorization we can say कि 3 is only occurring for one time, 3 is only occurring here for one time. Here in this number there won't be any 3. So clearly 9 तो इसमें आ ही नहीं सकता क्योंकि for 9 the in prime factorization there should be at least power of 2 in 3, at least there should be power of 2. So here option number B is correct. This complete number or this complete number is not divisible by 3. Now this is the next question. This question is saying the average age of a teacher and 3 students is 20 years. If all the 3 students are of same age and the difference between the age of the student and the teacher is 20 years, what is the age of the teacher? Simple सा question है. 3 students हैं and let age each student की age है x years और teacher की age will be then x plus how old is the teacher? 20 years. There is given the difference between the age of teacher and student is 20 years. If the age of student is x years, the age of the teacher will be x plus 20 years, and the average of 3 students and a teacher is 20 years. It means sum of age of teacher and students upon 4 is coming out to be 20 because there is 3 students or 1 teacher. So sum of age, the teacher की age is x plus 20 and students की age is x and x and x. There are 3 students with age of x. So solving for x we will get this will be 4 x plus 20 is equal to 80, taking 4 over that side. So 4x is equal to 60, x is equal to 15. So age of the student is coming out to be 15 years and age of teacher is 15 plus 20, 35 years. 35 साल, 35 years is the age of the teacher and this is what we asked, the age of the teacher is, that is 35 years. So option number C is correct over here. This is the next question. A bottle contains 20 liters of liquid A. 4 liters of liquid A is taken out and is replaced by the same quantity of liquid B. Again 4 liters of this mixture is taken out and replaced by same quantity of liquid B. What is the ratio of this liquid A and B in the final mixture? Right, इसको एक डायग्राम बना के कर लेते हैं. It's a very simple. इसको डायग्राम बना लेते हैं. A, B, the quantity of A and B in different in different time frame when different kind of inclusion and exclusion is happening on the solution. Initially it been provided कि there is a solution of 20 liters completely of A. हमको दे रखा है 20 लीटर है A का और 0 लीटर B is there. Then उसके बाद दे रखा है कि 4 liter of liquid A is taken out and is replaced by same quantity of liquid B. मतलब 16 liter liquid A, 4 liter हमने निकाल दिया. So initially it was 20 liter. So removing 4 liter we will have 16 liters of liquid A. And उसको 4 liter liquid B के साथ हमने replace कर दिया. So this is after the first mixing. This is the proportion of the two liquids in the solution. 16 liter of liquid A is there and 4 liter of liquid B is there. So the proportion of A is to B in the solution is 4:1. So this is in the proportion where this A and B is present. Then उसके बाद again 4 liter of this mixture is taken out. अब इस mixture का then 4 liter निकाल दिया. The mixture in the sense this complete 20 liters where this A and B is present in the 4:1 ratio. अब इसका अगर 4 liter हमने निकाला, 4 liter of this mixture, ये वाला mixture, अब इसमें कितना A होगा in this 4 liter? तो A by B का ratio is this thing. हमको पता है A by B का ratio is 4:1. So A upon total का ratio, total is A plus B, that will be 4:5. The ratio of A by A is to B. So means in this 4 liter of mixture, liquid A is present in A upon total 4/5 and the total is 4. Total ये 4 liquid present है. तो टोटल का हिसाब से इट इज 16/5. टोटल 4 हो गया तो 4 into 4 is 16/5. So in the 4 liter 16/5 is liquid A और जो 4 minus 16 by 5 the remaining है that will be liquid B in this 4 liter. Now this has been removed, so it means इसमें से हमने 16 में से ये निकाल दिया इतना 16 by 5. This is now after removing 4 liters this is the liquid A that is present in the solution और B में से इतना हमने निकाल दिया है 4 minus 16 by 5. राइट अब इसके बाद हमको क्या बोला गया है and taken out and replaced by same amount of quantity B. 4 liter of this mixture has been removed and then 4 liter of liquid B is again added to this thing. So now इसको अगर हमने simplify किया this will be 4 into 5. So this is the amount of this liquid A that is present. On liquid B का जो होगा that will be 16 by 5 plus 4 liters. (16 by 5 plus 4 liters. This is the liquid B that is present over there. अब हमसे पूछा गया है this is the final thing. ये final हो गया. In the final 20 liters, this is the proportion, this is the ratio of this A and the ratio of B that is present over there. Now what we have to find, what is the ratio of quantity A to quantity B in the final mixture. ये final है. अब इसमें क्या है? Just we have to divide this thing. Just we have to divide the volume of A to the volume of B, we will get the ratio. और ये तो बहुत सिंपल है, इसको रिमूव कर लेते हैं हम. A by B निकालना है तो this is 16 into 4 by 5 upon 16 by 5 plus 4. That is 16 into 4 by 5 upon 36 by 5. This is coming out to be 16 is to 9. Right? So the ratio of A by B in the final mixture is coming out to be 16 is to 9. So answer here is 16 is to 9. This is the next question. As a result of 25% hike in a price of rice per kg, a person is able to purchase 6 kg less rice for 1200 rupees. What is the original price of the rice per kg? Very simple question. He is saying there is a 25% hike in price of rice, with which due to which he is able to buy 6 kg less of rice with the amount of 1200 rupees. We need to find what is the original price of rice. So just simple सा है. Let imagine original price of rice is rupees X and there is a hike of 25%. So hike price, because of hike of 25%, the price is X plus 25% of X. This 25% of X is increased in X. This is the hiked price and this is, अगर इसको solve करें, this is 5x by 4. Hiked price is 5x by 4 and original price was X. अब इसके बाद इसके बाद हमको बताया गया है कि with this hiked price he can buy 6 kg of rice less compared to without this hiked price. In the sense, quantity buy when price was rupees X, originally जब X था, so quantity that he can buy was 1200 upon X kg. इतना वो buy कर सकता था. And quantity that he can buy when price is hiked price जो आ गया था 5 by 4x, so then he can buy about 1200 upon 5 by 4x. इतना वो buy कर सकता है, इतना kg. And now we know कि there is a gap of 6 kg. मतलब this is 6 kg less than this. So it means 1200 upon x minus 1200 upon 5 by 4x. This is 6. बस अब इसमें से हमको x की वैल्यू निकालनी है. The original price of rice was x kg, rupees x per kg. ये per kg price है. So it is coming out to be 1200 by x. 1 minus 4 by 5 is 6. So solving this thing, ये हो जाएगा 1200 upon x into 1 by 5 is equal to 6. Cancelling this thing, this is 200 और इसको cancel किया, this is 40. So x is 40. So the price, original price of rice is 40 rupees, right? So this is the next question. 19 boys turn out for playing hockey. Out of these, 11 were playing with hockey t-shirts and 14 were playing with hockey pants. And there is no boy without shirt or pant. What is the number of boy wearing full uniform? मतलब दो चीजें थी, एक तो shirt is there, t-shirt, and एक pant is there. Some of us wearing this hockey shirts and some of us wearing this hockey pants, and we need to find the number of boys that were wearing both the hockey t-shirt and hockey pants. Simple सा question है. It means we have two set. Again a question of set theory, A and B. A is the number of person who are wearing this hockey shirts, and B is the number of person who is wearing the hockey pants. And we know number of person that is wearing hockey shirt is 11, number of person that is wearing hockey pants is 14, and total number of person, क्योंकि either they will be wearing hockey shirts or hockey pants, कुछ ना कुछ तो पहनेंगे वो, तो total number of students is 19. Now we need to find how many are there who are wearing both, ये वाला, the intersection, both the pant or shirt is of hockey type. We need to find the number of students who are wearing this both, hockey shirt भी है उनकी and hockey pant भी है उनकी, ये वाले निकालने हैं हमको, right? We need to find number of this intersection between A and B who are wearing this both. So using the basic formula of set, it's a very simple question. ये basic formula. Using this basic formula, this is 19, and A is 11, and B is 14, and we need to find this intersection. So this intersection is equal to 11 plus 14 minus 19. So this is 25 minus 19, 6. So intersection is coming out to be 6. So there are 6 people who are wearing both hockey pant and hockey shirts, that is full uniform. So answer here is C, 6, right? So this is the next question. A cube has all its faces painted with different colors. It is cut into smaller cube equal sizes such that side of the smaller cube is 1/4 of the big cube. 1/4 of the big cube. The number of small cubes with only one side painted is. देखिए इसको एक डायग्राम बनाते हैं, then it will be clear what I want to say. This is the cube. Right, ये जो reds हैं, these are the cuts. These are the cut of the knife through which the larger cube has been cutted into smaller cubes with the side length as 1/4 of this larger cube. Right, इस तरह बना दिया. Then the outer faces, the complete 6 faces of the larger cube has been painted. Now we need to find how many smaller cube, the smaller cube is जो 1/4 वाला है, how many smaller cubes will be there, how many smaller cubes will be there with only one of the side being painted. एक साइड पेंट किया हुआ, how many smaller cubes will be there. तो smaller cube होंगे, देखिए इसमें जो ये वाला क्यूब है, in this cube, a cube has 6 faces. So जो सामने वाला face है, the face that we have painted over here, this is the face with the painted color, and the rest of the 5 faces will be coming from inside, the cube, and that is not painted. And similarly for this thing, and this thing. So in every face there are 4 such cubes with only this one forward faces being colored. Rest of the 5 faces are not colored over here. If you look at this cube, इस cube में this color is faced, and the face in the bottom, जो इसका bottom face होगा cube का, that color will also be faced. So in this cube, 2 faces will be there with colored sides, right? And if we take this cube, इस cube में एक तो this face will be colored, ये वाला, this face will be colored, and this face will be colored. So here 3 faces will be colored. So this is the number of faces being colored in every face. So in every face there are 4 such smaller cubes with only one single face being colored. Every face has 4 smaller cubes colored with one face. So total smaller cubes with one face colored is equal to 4 into 6. Every face have 4 such color and there is total 6 such faces. So the total number of smaller cubes with one face color is 24. So answer is option number B, 24. The next question. This question is saying 15 students failed in a class of 52. After removing the name of the failed student, a merit has been prepared in which the position of Ramesh is 22nd from the top. What is the position from the bottom? तो पहले तो ये निकाल रहे थे कि हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट पास द एग्जामिनेशन, बिकॉज द मेरिट, इसमें मेरिट बोला गया ना, सो मेरिट ऑर्डर जो बनाया जाता है दैट इज बीन प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर द पास स्टूडेंट्स. तो टोटल स्टूडेंट दैट पास द एग्जामिनेशन that pass the exam is total minus failed student. Total number of student is 52 and 15 failed the student, failed examination. So there is 37 such students are there just that passed the examination, and out of 37 from the top the position of Ram is 22nd. So what is the position of Ram from the bottom? तो इसका एक वेरी सिंपल सा फॉर्मूला विल टेल यू. द एक तो ये टॉप हो गया, एक ये बॉटम हो गया, एंड देयर इज टोटल ऑफ n पीपल. सो फॉर्मूला जो दैट वी नीड टू नो ओवर हियर इज रैंक फ्रॉम बॉटम. कैसे लिखते हैं इसको, कहाँ लिखें इसको, यहीं पे लिखते हैं. रैंक फ्रॉम बॉटम is equal to total students minus rank from top plus 1. So rank from bottom is total number of students minus the rank from top, and we know the total number of students is 37 and the rank from the top is 22, and we need to find the rank from the bottom. Total number of students is 37 minus rank from the top is 22nd plus 1. So rank from the bottom is 16. So wrong rank of this guy, this Ramesh, from the bottom is coming out to be 16. So इसमें option number C is correct over here. So thank you. This is all for today's session.